I won't be going anywhere.
What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Destiny, and today we are going to be doing another weapon review, and this time we are talking about the Chance hand cannon, which is a Future War Cult hand cannon. You can see it there on my back, wearing it there. We're going to talk to the Future War Cult vendor here. I'm going to show you guys this weapon really quick here. You can see it is a vendor weapon. It will cost you 150 Crucible marks and 1 Crucible Commendation, and you must be rank 3 with the Future War Cult. Now you can also get this from a legendary primary engram, from a blue primary engram if you're very, very lucky. You can also pick this up in the Nightfall Strike as a drop sometimes, and also in those Future War Cult packages you get after every rank after rank 3. This is actually one of my favorite hand cannons in the game. It's, I'm going to start off the bat right now. It may not be for everybody. It may not be a great hand cannon, as some people say, but it fits my playstyle. I like the way it works. I like the way it feels. It's just overall, it's one of my favorite weapons. I actually got this hand cannon before the Dark Below in a package from Future War Cult, and it was the 6-round version. I used it all the way up until the DLC, and then I saw you could buy the new one with Field Scout, and this is like the first purchase I made after the Dark Below, because I just absolutely love this gun. The first thing I really like about this is the way it looks. It's one of my favorite hand cannons because a lot of the hand cannons in this game I think just look real dinky. They're really, really small. They look really tiny in your hands, and I just like the way this thing just looks so big and looks like it's real big and heavy. It's like it's a hand cannon. That's what it looks like. The other one I like besides this is the Red Hand 9 from New Monarchy, but I have yet to be able to pick that one up yet, so still trying to get that, but that looks somewhat similar to this hand cannon, and I just love the way this thing looks. It's got a great paint job. It's just got a great overall look and feel to it when you're using it in the game. Feels very solid. So real quick, we're going to go over, this is the vendor version that you can get directly from the vendor. So you've got Steady Hand IS, stable sight optimized for excellent recoil control. You've got the Sure Shot IS, snapshot sight, excellent handling, and superb target acquisition. And you also have the Quick Draw IS, which is an agile sight for lightning fast handling. Now this comes with spray and play, so increases the reload speed of this weapon when the magazine is empty. This is a really good perk because the reload speed on this is a little bit on the slow side. That'll especially come in handy when you're using it with the 6 rounds up until the point you can get Field Scout. Now when you get to the middle tree, you've got some pretty good perks here. You got perfect balance for extremely low recoil. Personally myself, I don't use this because I pace my shots quite a bit with a hand cannon, so I don't have to really worry about stability too much. And next you have is Flared Magwell if you really want to jump the reload speed up quite a bit, which is one of the weaknesses of this weapon, so this is a good perk to have. But ultimately what I usually end up using is Field Scout. This will actually take this weapon up to a 13-round magazine, which really helps, especially in PvP, because it gives you a lot more ability to take on more than one person in case you get jumped by somebody else. And this is usually a 3 to 4 hit kill, so you will need those 13 rounds to make this effective in the Crucible. You also get Grenadier. Kills with this weapon reduce the cooldown of your grenade. This is absolutely amazing in PvE. Helps your grenade recharge really fast. And then you've got just the rest of your upgrade damage tree there. So I will just show you guys, compared it to, on the left there, you can see the one that I have. I have 13 rounds. I've got the exact same perks on mine. Let me go ahead and back out here and I'll show you what this looks like fully leveled up. You can see there I got mine 331 attack. Now I use the Quick Draw IS. I go between that and a Sure Shot. I just use the Quick Draw IS because it reloads just a tiny bit faster. And then I go with Field Scout, and you can see there it's 13 rounds up on the screen. And this guy down here, he keeps inviting me to play. I don't know what his deal is. I hate blind invites when you don't send a message. But in getting back in here, you've got all this upgrade damage here, so you can see this is what it looks like when you fully get it upgraded. Now, obviously, if you get this as a random drop, it's not going to have these same perks. You might get some other perks. Field Scout is definitely a very good perk on this for the middle part. There's some ones you might want besides Spray and Play and Grenadier. For these, Third Eye, maybe if you're going to use it for PvP. Luck in the Chamber is also very good. There's a lot of good perks that you can get on this weapon. Anything that helps reload speed really will help out this weapon in general. So, and then what I want to do real quick here, guys, before we get into some gameplay with this weapon, I want to kind of compare it to a few other hand cannons that I feel are pretty similar. Now, I'm not going to compare this to like the Last Word or Thorn or anything like that, because we all know those are very good weapons. This is just a very well-rounded legendary hand cannon if you're having a problem getting your hands on some of those exotics. this can be a good alternative because it's really easy to acquire. You just have to actually get to rank 3 of the Future War Cult and get those 150 Crucible marks, and you can have this weapon. Now, there's a few other hand cannons I wanted to look at. This is actually one that I picked up on a Vanguard Rock Strike. I'm going to be doing a review on this as part of my Rare Gems series. This is the Polite Denial 0/1, and you can see there's a 294 hand cannon, very small rate of fire, very high impact though, and very long range. Stability and reload speed is not quite as good as the Chance, but this rare hand cannon is actually, it packs a punch. It's really good, and I'm going to be doing a review on this to show you guys a little bit more of that. But just wanted to compare some of these, and God, this guy, I don't know what his deal is. Stop sending me invites. Then we have Timer's Lash, which is from obviously the Iron Banner, if you were lucky enough to pick this up. This is a very high impact hand cannon. And you can see there it's got higher impact and range than the Chance, but the fire rate, stability, and reload's a little bit lower, and also I've only got a 7-round magazine on that one because I didn't get Field Scout. And then the other hand cannon I have, this is one that's kind of a little bit of a red-headed stepchild of hand cannons that come from the Vanguard. I actually got this in my package from the Christmas package they gave us, where you got a legendary weapon. I was lucky enough to get this, and it has Field Scout. This is actually a really good hand cannon if you have Field Scout on it. But if you don't have Field Scout, it's only got a 5-round magazine, and it's just, at that point, it's kind of dinky and just not very good at all. But you can see there, compared to the Chance, you know, pretty well-rounded statistics on all these hand cannons. So this is a little, you know, just wanted to kind of show you guys for comparison's sake what you can get on these. And this one I've got Hip Fire and Luck in the Chamber, which is really good. So this actually is really decent high rate of fire hand cannon you can use in the Crucible if you have enough shots on it. I don't use it much for PVE, but mostly just in the Crucible. Now, that's the reason I do like the Chance, is I'm able to use this in both PvE and PvP and do fairly well with it. Now, again, I said it's going to just be about a 3 to 4 hit kill in PvP. We'll get into those damage numbers a little bit more in detail when we go into some gameplay here. But just, you know, be forewarned, it's going to take it's going to take some precision shots. You need to be very accurate with this weapon, and you need to use it from a mid-range to a longer range. You're not going to be winning a lot of gunfights if you go up in close with the shotgun guys with this. You just have to find, you know, if it fits your playstyle or not. But I love this gun in both PvE and PvP. So let's go on down. I'm going to head on down to the Cosmodrome here, and we're going to do a little bit of PvE testing, and I'll show you guys how this thing works a little bit better before we get into some talk about PvP. So hang on one second for me, guys. Alright guys, we're back here in the Cosmodrome now with the Chance hand cannon. Going to give you guys a little bit of gameplay with this weapon to kind of show you what you can expect from it. As I was talking about earlier, this is a pretty solid mid-range hand cannon. You know, now in PvP, we'll get into some PvP play later on. It's going to be a 3 to 4 hit kill in PvP, so depending on the map, it may or may not work very well. It works well on some of the smaller mid-range maps. Long-range maps, it's not that great since you've got that, you know, since you're going to need 3 to 4 shots to kill at a longer range. That's just not going to be very good, and it can be a little bit difficult to use on those longer maps. But on shorter, smaller maps, this can be a very, very solid weapon. And you can see here on PvE, I'm sorry, I can take guys out for a pretty good distance. You still get some pretty good accuracy with this, quite a bit all the way out. Now, just to give you guys a quick rundown on some damage numbers, what you will expect against level 30 enemies when using this weapon. Against the normal level 30 in PvE, you're going to get 1,723 damage for a headshot and 575 damage for a body shot. Now, hip fire doesn't affect that at all. You'll get the same numbers if you hip fire either way. If you're against a level 30 major, any of those level 30 guys that have the yellow health bars, you will do 718 damage for a headshot and 479 damage on a body shot. So decent numbers overall. Not the greatest. Like I said, it's not, you know, it's not going to be Thorn, it's not going to be Hawkmoon or any of those really amazing hand cannons, but it's a fairly decent hand cannon that's very easily acquirable through a vendor. So it's not a gun you really have to grind quite a lot to get, and sometimes you can even get lucky and get one of these in a package, or like I said earlier, from an engram, or the Nightfall that's halfway decent. So pretty easy hand cannon to acquire, and like I said, very well-rounded weapon. It's not the best really at everything, it's just a very well-rounded weapon that in the right player's hands can do a fairly decent job. Now, getting into the PvP numbers, you will do 86 damage for a headshot and 57 damage for a body shot. Again, that's why I said, it's usually a 3 to 4 hit kill. And, depending on, you really have to be accurate with this. You've got to land those precision headshots with this weapon. That's really where you get most of your, you're going to get most of your kills from. And we'll take this into the Crucible and give it a spin here in a little bit. I just kind of running around here in the Cosmodrome, letting you guys get a feel for, the range and how good this weapon can be at mid-range and even close range sometimes. You can see here we're taking these guys out pretty fast. So decent hand cannon. It's got a nice crisp shot to it, nice crisp sound, and you can really pace your shots with this thing and let it resettle before you fire again, which is why I don't waste time using that stability upgrade on it. And we'll go over here if we can. If those Vandals will leave us alone for enough time, we'll maybe take a look at some of the shot patterns you can get on this weapon. Now, real quick here, I'm going to go with the Steady Hand IS, which is the first sight option you have. And of course, somebody's shooting at me. Just to give you a quick look at how the recoil you can expect. This is just on a kind of a general firing pattern there. You can see I'm not really firing that quickly. That's all 13 rounds. You can see pretty good shot grouping there. Now if we go, this is as fast as I can fire the weapon. Now you can see there it climbs off to the right a bit and kind of comes back to center, but it is pretty much all over the place with the steady hand. Alright, now we'll go to Sure Shot IS. This is a snapshot sight for excellent handling and superb target acquisition. And first we're just going to do kind of a general, this is if you're pacing your shots. You can see there, it's pretty accurate, pretty right on every shot. If you're just, letting the weapon settle. Now here we are with full fire mode. This is as fast as you can fire the gun. You can see this is a little bit more accurate than the first grouping there. So that's the middle sight on the weapon. And again, this is the vendor version, so this is exactly what you can expect from the one you buy at the vendor. And finally, we have the Quick Draw IS for agile sight with lightning fast handling. And again, this is just going to be a general, shots here. You can see when you pace your shots with this weapon, it gets you a very tight shot grouping, so it can be a very accurate hand cannon in the right player's hands. Now again, this is as fast as we can shoot it. Now you can see this one is all over the place, kind of high and up to the left. That's a pretty big vertical recoil pattern there on that. So that's why I usually stick with the middle sight, which is the Sure Shot IS. I actually use Quick Draw a little bit in PvE, but Sure Shot IS is what I usually go with for PvP. And then just to take a look at the reload speed here, like I said, when you use all the rounds in the magazine, you will get a little bit of a faster reload. Let me just see if I can demonstrate that here. Find these guys over here, fire off a couple shots there. You can see the reload is pretty slow. Hand cannons don't reload very quickly to begin with, so you really want to take advantage of any reload perks you can get. Try to get closer here. I'm going to try to burn through this entire magazine. Alright, so we got 6 shots left. And there you go. And you see how much quicker it reloaded when I actually let the gun get to the empty magazine. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I'm going to do this public event real quick, and then we're going to get into some PvP gameplay, so just hang on just a second and we'll get right into the Crucible with the Chance Hand Cannon.
Capture and defend, Guardian. Enemy captured Zone C. Zone A secure. Enemy captured Zone B. Zone A lost. Zone A's captured. It's yours. Heavy ammo on the way. Heavy ammo available. Zone C neutralized. Zone A lost. Zone C captured. Enemy captured Zone A. Zone B neutralized. Zone B secure. You're in the lead. Zone B lost. Heavy ammo inbound. Gained the lead. Zone B secure. Heavy ammo available. 5 minutes left. Zone C lost. Lost the lead. Zone A neutralized. Enemy captured Zone C. Zone A secure. Zone B lost. Enemy captured Zone B. Zone C neutralized. Zone C secure. Zone A lost. Zone B neutralized. Enemy captured Zone A. Heavy ammo on the way. Zone B secure. Heavy ammo available. Zone A neutralized. Zone B lost. Zone A secure. Zone A lost. Enemy captured Zone A. Your light is stronger than this, Guardian. Show them. 1 minute. I know that's not the best you've got. Now do it again.
Alright guys, well there you have some PvP gameplay using the Chance hand cannon. Admittedly not one of my better games. I really am not a huge fan of Blind Watch. Don't like that map at all. Not a very good map for that hand cannon. You can see there I only went 0.8. That's pretty subpar for me. But one of the things I always do is I never hide my bad gameplay. I don't edit or cut or keep playing until I get a great match where I go like 3.0 KD with this particular gun. I just like to show you guys the way the gun works. in the game, so you at least got to see a little bit of gameplay there. With the chance hand cannon in PvP, like I said, it's not one of the strongest. You know, it's a 3 to 4 hit kill most of the time. You can see I was getting outgunned a lot by Thorn and Red Death and snipers. Just not a great long. It's not a great long range hand cannon, as you can see there on that map. It'll give you good, good little bit of footage there for you to see that. So. Mainly stick to mid-range with the chance if you do want to use it in PvP, and if you can get those headshots consistently, you'll get 86 damage per headshot, so that's going to be a 2 to 3 hit kill there. Overall, decent hand cannon. Like I said, not one of the best, it's just one that I'm very comfortable using, that I use for a long time, and on certain maps I really do like to use it. That's not one of them, but again, when I record these, I don't try to do a script or play until I get a great match. I just like to show you guys what it's like to use the weapon. So anyways, guys, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you'll give the chance hand cannon a try with the future war cult. Please leave any comments below about this hand cannon, if you like it, if you have it, if you use it, and what are some of your other favorite weapons that you've been using in the Crucible and just in the game in general. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again next time.